Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, elders, and the apostle of Great Millstone. Likewise, brothers, are there putting on the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and due brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson's title: Esau's help causes Jake's demise. And the word demise means falling into hard times, falling into problems, eventually even death. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this article. And I brought out a lesson a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was in 2023 in regards to this minimum wage being raised up, starting in California by this governor out there, Newsom. Now, what you had going on prior to that was a lot of these marches. First it was for $15 an hour. That's not enough for Jake. They're coming up with a fast food council, trying to raise up the money because, see, when Jake look at the work that they're doing in these restaurants, like McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken, Cane's, Pizza Hut, Domino's, all those places like that. And this is where these are the type of restaurants or the type of food that Jake frequently eat, taking their family to. Okay, because why? It's considered affordable. Now, why is it affordable? It's affordable because the price, or the cost of wages, or the overhead costs for operation, is set in a way that you're able to price the food lower because you have employees that can produce the product that you're selling to the public, for a reduced cost. However, and there's a reason why these have always been the type of job that you would get when you first come out of high school or while you're in school. Hence why the workers tend to be a little bit younger, is because of they're considered to be start off job. But for us Jakes, it's actually a way of actually feeding our family. Before we move further with this article here, let me bring up the first scripture here. This is Proverbs 29, down verse 24, and it says, "Whoso is a partner with a thief hated his own soul. He heareth cursing and pervaded it not. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whosoever put his trust in the Lord Yahweh shall be safe. Many seeks the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord Yahweh." Now, our people would hear us talk about the fact that you can't trust the so-called white man. Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. These people, we've demonstrated over and over through articles, news articles, footages, documentary, historical events that has taken place, proving over and over and over that the so-called white man cannot be trusted, by the children of Yasharallah, Israel, us so-called Blacks, Americans, and Latino. It's a history of betrayal, eventually death at the hands of this wicked, cruel, unrepentant, dishonest man, and he uses different ways. Remember, he beguiled Eve in the garden with sweet talks, no different than today. So when you look at this, now in this article, what I'm going to be bringing out, because I said it, that this $20 minimum wage that Newsom was going to bring out in California was going to cause a lot of chaos. And it says, this is a Tribune news service. It says, 1,200 Pizza Hut drivers among first victim of California's $20 minimum wage folly. Why do they call it folly? It is stupidness. These type of industries, fast food restaurants, in the hospitality and services industry, does not pay $20 an hour. That's usually the type of money people with degrees and experience actually make. Now, I know, see, the thing about Jake is, Jake, is very covetous. Jake wants to have the big life. Jake wants to do minimum work, but get the highest payout for it so that they can live that life. Now, that was answered. And this man came and he raised the minimum wage to $20. And now what you're seeing right now is all of these restaurants, and not to make this video long because it actually goes very in depth, but it talks about the fact that Pizza Hut is not willing to pay any employee that just needs dough, and throw the dough inside the oven with some sprinkle of cheese and, vegetables on it, pay them $48,000 a year. Absolutely not. Where in the hell are you going to be making $48,000 a year as a delivery driver or needing dough to make a pizza or making sandwich at McDonald's? So this was something that could never be sustainable. And as a result, I mentioned it when I brought out the video before, that they were going to either do one or two things. Either cut your hours by half so that you would still be making only $10 an hour, really on average, okay, which would be about $400 a week, or they were going to eliminate jobs, period. These jakes don't understand. They have robotics now, AI technology, robotics that can do the same job that they're doing at a faster pace, okay, with no overhead costs such as medical coverage or someone calling out sick. And now, okay, when we go into the book of Ecclesiastes, this is exactly what happened here. Ecclesiastes 16, it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee in a pit. They're not going to always, what's the so-called white man is not always going to come and point out a gun at Jake. He's not going to always have his sentries out there gunning us down in the street, beating the crap out of us or whatever the case is like that. Okay, they have done so many other heinous things to us in a more subtle way. We could look at Flint, Michigan, for example, how the water out there is poisoning our people. Okay, you might as well just drink, okay, plutonium water, then drink that water in Flint, Michigan. Okay, now when we get back to this, okay, we can see here this man. You can see how Eve and Jake they're like clamoring around this man as if he has done something good, not understanding this man is now going to cost you your job. Okay, that was paying you at least enough so that you could budget yourself, okay, and stay humble. Now, yeah, you got the $20 an hour for a very short time, but it's not sustainable. Most of these food chains are owned by franchisee, meaning what? They're entrepreneurs that invested their life savings into opening these franchises, and they can't sustain it. And it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined I throw thee in a pit, and he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. Who's there first? This adversity now that's going to be coming on all 1,200 of these workers that's getting laid off. Okay, and yeah, it sounds like they're just driving cars, but in reality, okay, this is their minimum. This is their life. This is their livelihood. And it says, and though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hand, whisper much, and change his countenance. Why is he going to change his countenance? He can say, I gave you all exactly what you want, so what the hell are you all complaining about now? You wanted the $20 an hour, you got it. Okay, it's not up to us, okay, to, basically, marshal or watch over the companies as to who they lay off. They have to make that decision based on their books. But they gave Jake them what they wanted. Jake them wanted $20 an hour, and they got it. And as a result, many Jakes are now going to be unemployed, okay, from many of these doggone fast food restaurants that no longer sustain that kind of payouts, okay? This is the book of 1 Peter 5:8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Who is he looking to devour? Us, okay? The symbol of our people that is not understanding the times that we are in right now, which is what? Okay, all forms of trick by the so-called white man is going to be used, okay? You see, Jake them is all about this. Show me the money, okay? It's all about showing me the money. I want to do as minimum as possible, but get the most benefit out of it. And the so-called white man, he will do what? He will do exactly just that. Here's the deal. You're not going to escape out of Jacob's trouble. Part of Jacob's trouble is going to be leading up to what? Massive unemployment of the Hebrew Israelites, okay? Which is going to force a lot of, especially the young Jakes them, to go there and do things like stealing, robbing, all those things like that, which is going to cost the entire, public, okay, these other tribes, to turn their eyes and look and go, okay, these people really are a threat, okay, to the well-being of people here, okay, in America, okay? And that's why they're going to be turning around and pulling out their weapons, okay, and putting Jake down as if it's like duck hunting season, okay? Let's go to the book of Psalms 12, and it says, the wicked walk on every side, with the vilest man are exalted. Part of that wickedness is the fact that Esau, okay, will give you what you want, but it comes with a price. So our people worship this man like he's God, okay, which he is the God on this earth, but he is not the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or the Son Yahushai Mashiach, who's our Malak, okay, who's coming to redeem his elect off this earth before he destroyed this place, okay? So I just wanted to bring this up because, again, true to fact, for those of you who follow my channel, know I brought this out, okay? And here we are in 2024, and now we are seeing the results of what happens when you trust into the doggone devil, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, Okay, so Lord willing, hopefully that will satisfy that to close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahshai by Shem Rakakadash. The ones that teaches others in the apostle of great millstone, likewise, brothers, so they put in the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly, feeding sheep and do brothers and sisters, tuning in. Shalom.